research presentation. Nurture is how the environment affects their development, such as experiencing relationships, parenting styles, educational experiences, and cultural background. This can be many different factors for many different kids. Examples of nurture would be environmental factors that are things that the world around them contributes to. Things like how your child feels, the child's peers, what they see at school, what they see out on the outside world when they're not around you. Nature is based on how genetics influence someone's personality. Nature can be a bigger part in a person's characteristics according to psychology. Continuing care is care that children and their caregiver remain together for more than 1 year. Most of the time, that's for the first 3 years of life. For example, there's some programs here in Asheville that keep the same kids from when they're 6 weeks old until they are 4 years old, and they have the same teachers and the same kids, and they say that this actually builds a better relationship with the teachers and the kids, and that they feel more secure and they feel safe with the group that they have, and that they have a better outcome of growing physically, emotionally, and socially. And that this case of being exposed to the same people, it kind of makes them more out as a family, and it really does help with their development. And it's been proven in a couple of studies that we've actually seen over in Buncombe County. It's how things happen over time. So if everything is based on that, it kind of runs smoothly over a longer period of time, meaning that if a kid has a goal that they need to make, being with those same teachers and with the same friends, that they're more likely to hit that goal than being with a new group of kids or new teachers at the beginning of a year and it's kind of starting over. Examples of continuing again goes with creating children experiences in care and educational settings. A lot of times when you're with your parent, your family members at home, they kind of don't really see the type of things that you look out for when they're exposed to a different group or a different teacher. But having those same teachers and kids in the same group can still help meet those kids where they're at socially and emotionally. Discontinuity of care is when the child moves on to another class when they have their birthday. So, for example, if a kid is 4 turning 5, as soon as they turn 5, and sometimes they even do it a little bit before they turn 5, they would be moving into a new classroom. So it's important to have this go on, and they say in certain ways that it kind of gets the kid experiences to new teachers, to new classmates, and teaches them how to learn to adapt to different situations. I think sometimes kids have further slower hitting those goals when they are starting over and starting fresh. It kind of maybe can make those goals harder for them to make. So having the experiences in familiar ways of, from one setting to another can still be successful for them. And again, with the examples, a child turns 4 on their birthday, then the next day moves into the new classroom. Early childhood educators, they really do have the role to, improve outcomes for children in their care. I think that having your kid in a program is really the best thing that, you can do for them developmentally and socially. It's extremely important because when you have kids in these groups at an early age, there are different milestones that you can look out for. You can, help a child who's having a hard time, maybe challenging behaviors, setting up an IEP, setting up, a goal to help with these children, working with parents so if a kid's at home and the parent doesn't have any resources to help them, they may run out of, ways and miss out on an opportunity to help correct these behaviors before they do start into a school setting. If children have disabilities, there are services that can help them. So I really do think that, early childhood paves the way for families and children that really help them to develop socially, emotionally, cognitive, physically, all of those things. Preschools are working on, we write goals, keep track of all these important things so that when they do start school, they will be prepared. I think a classroom can have a big impact on children. I think that goes back to it. It's so important to have your child into a classroom setting. It helps kids learn to share, work together, and improves their social and physical skills. And it can help create good self-esteem. Teaching kids to say nice things about each other, to compliment each other, is all really important. And I think it goes back into when you start teaching kids at an early age how to be a friend, how to share, how to treat others kindly and work together, then all of these things filter into how, when they start school, that they, will be a good student and they will adapt to changes. They will understand, how things work and how to problem solve with people. So I think starting kids in an early childhood class and setting really helps developmentally hit their day and makes it a great program for kids and families. I know as a parent myself, I can give an example that I think it's been great for my child, who's the only child. He's hitting all the goals, and there's things even though me as a teacher would miss because I wouldn't see these things at home in that type of setting, just as the only child. So I am a firm believer that, education in early childhood is the key to success for everyone. Thank you.